Hi, this is Melanie, MovieMavenGal. I'm here to talk about an American movie instead of a Bollywood movie. It's called The Big Sick, and it is one of my favorite romantic comedies, I think, over the last several years.
Wait, we haven't even had sex again yet.
I'm just not that kind of girl. I only have sex once on the first date. I'm just gonna call an Uber.
Your driver will be ready as soon as he puts on his pants.
Romantic comedies have become extremely rare in American cinema, in basically in English cinema or Western cinema. That's one reason why I watch so many Indian films, is because you just can't find good romantic comedies with heart anymore until now, because this film, it just blew me away. It was so good. It was so good. It's based on a true-to-life story of actor Kumail Nanjiani, who is known for Silicon Valley, the HBO show, which I've only watched a few episodes. I hadn't really followed his career or known anything about him before this film. The Big Sick is based on his true-life romance, rocky courtship with his wife, Emily Gordon. And it's set in Chicago, which is where I'm from. But it is about, he's an immigrant from Pakistan. He came over here when he was 18. His parents want him to have an arranged marriage just like they did. And he is very passive about telling them that that's not really what he wants. He wants to live a life pursuing a stand-up career as a comedian, and all his parents want him to do is study for the LSAT. He meets Emily, this white American girl, when she heckles him in a good way at one of his shows. He says, "Anybody here from Pakistan?" And she goes, "Woohoo!" And then he kind of approaches her afterwards and shows her on a napkin, "This is what your name would be in Urdu." And she's like, "Does that work for you?" Anyway, they have this such a sweet, great chemistry together. Emily is played by the actress Zoe Kazan, who we've only seen before in another quirky rom-com called Ruby Sparks. She played Ruby Sparks. And she is so delightful in this film. And Kumail just has this inherent sweetness and goodness about him. He has a group of other stand-up comedian friends. I recognized a couple faces from Saturday Night Live. But he has a strong relationship with his family. He knows that they would not approve of his relationship with Emily, so he keeps it a complete secret.
Wonder who that could be.
I'm guessing it's a young single Pakistani woman.
This is Zubeda.
For your files?
Your X-Files?
That's your favorite show, huh?
The truth is out there.
When Emily finds out that he has a box full of pictures of girls that his mom has been trying to fix him up with at an arranged marriage, they have a huge fight.
Are you judging Pakistan's next top model?
You know how we have arranged marriage in my culture?
Oh my god, I'm so stupid. Can you imagine a world in which we end up together?
I don't know.
They break up, and that's when she becomes seriously ill. And this happened in real life to Emily. I was spoiler, they've been married for 10 years, so everything turns out okay. But it was so serious that she had to be put into a medically induced coma. And he had to call her parents and tell them to come from North Carolina and come to the hospital.
So, 9/11. I've always wanted to have a conversation with people.
You've never talked to people about 9/11?
And so the first part of the movie is about this courtship that he has with Emily, but then things hit this crisis point, and he's sitting there at the hospital with various very serious things going on with Emily, and he has to deal with her parents, who know that they just broke up. and the parents are played by Ray Romano and Holly Hunter, who are comedic gems, comedic giants. And it is so great to see them on the screen together, playing a bickering, very real feeling, loving but fighting married couple. And then Kumail's family, his father, his real life father, his only request about being portrayed on screen is that Kumail get Anupam Kher, who, you know, they had to go to lengths and find a relative of Anupam's to contact him in India, and he was sent the script, and he could see what love and respect Kumail had for his father in this script, and he agreed to do it, and it's amazing. Anupam Kher is always amazing as a father, you know, he's known for that, but I think it's so touching that Kumail's father wanted Anupam Kher, immediately said, that's who I want to play me, and that's who they got. And of course, he's wonderful. And Zenobia Shroff, who I think has a couple of Bollywood credits. I may have seen her in 1 or 2 films, but anyway, she plays the mother. This is a tight-knit family, a loving family, and Kumail knows there's a real danger that they will cut him out of their lives if they find out about Emily. You know, all of that I've told you is not spoilers. I mean, the title alone lets you know, The Big Sick. This is about something really serious. Even though I knew everything was going to turn out okay, I cried during this film. This film has such heart, and I laughed so hard. There's so many funny moments in the film. The trailer gave us a little taste, but I mean, if you let Ray Romano go, you know it's going to be great. And Holly Hunter, just her spitfire, feisty, she's fighting for her daughter in that hospital, and she's fighting everybody. You know, she was amazing. So I loved all of the characters, because it wasn't just a rom-com just about two people and just about friends. It was about family. It was about love of family. It was about a true conflict here, because Kumail, this is a real life conflict. Kumail was torn between his love for Emily and his love of his family and his parents. He doesn't want to be separated from them. So I'm not going to tell you how it all works out, but I loved the script. I had heard about this film since it premiered in Sundance in January. There was a bidding war, and Amazon Studios won the film for $12 million. And then I was afraid that it wasn't going to get a theatrical release, but it did. And then I was all excited when I heard it was coming out in June. I've been waiting for this film, and they released it slowly in the US. They released it only in New York and LA. And then finally they're rolling out in more and more cities until finally my Chicago suburb got the film. I go to see it in the middle of the week in a matinee. I couldn't believe it. It was almost sold out. A Wednesday matinee was almost sold out. I even tweeted Kumail about that, because it was so amazing to me. I've never seen that. And this film last weekend was the number 5 in the US box office. Everybody is hearing the good buzz about this film because it is just such a good film. I've been reading some articles. It's sort of a trend. We're finally getting to hear and see some Muslim American stories. There was Hassan Minhaj, his fantastic Netflix special, Homecoming King, and then Master of None with Aziz Ansari. But those are Netflix. You know, this is the big time. This is the theatrical film. I highly recommend to listen to Kumail and Emily talk to Terry Gross on Fresh Air. They did an interview with her on NPR, and it was just delightful hearing about their process. Judd Apatow, the famous comedy film king, was a producer on this film, and he helped them shape their real life story into a workable script. You have to see this film. It is one of the best films that I have seen this year. I loved it. I'm going to tell everybody you have to see it. Love this film. Peace out.